Hi everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys and this is your mid-month elemental reading. What this means is I do a monthly zodiac, but I also do something where I focus on the elements rather than the zodiac. For those who are not familiar, by elements I mean earth, air, water and fire. Earth signs would be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Fire would be Sagittarius, Leo and Aries. Water would be Scorpio, Pisces and Cancer. And air would be Aquarius, Gemini and Libra. However, my elemental readings are combinations of different elements because I feel like, well, firstly, we have different elements in our charts. The other is you might feel connected to particular elements more than others, maybe always or just in this month, in this cycle. So you might be feeling quite emotional and passionate, and then so you would choose water, fire. So that's the idea behind the idea behind the elemental readings is so that you have a different option other than the zodiac, because I know that some people don't relate as easily to the zodiac. Welcome back, air, water. I'm sitting outside with the lovely creatures and the lovely sounds, beautiful sounds today. Now, my thing is getting this right so you can see who you are, who you are, who you are, who you are. So air, water, let's see what the guidance is for you today. And for this cycle, which is from mid-November to mid-December. And welcome, by the way, welcome. Okay, that flipped over, but it wanted to be upright, so that's fine. Doing a good job of this. That wants to come out. Gosh. Always asking to jump out, you know? Let us jump, let us jump, let us jump. Maybe you are wanting to jump for something. You do see, my darlings. Beneath the deck, you are not wanting to jump, dear hearts. You might be afraid of this jumping thing. Maybe you are feeling pushed to jump. Perhaps you are feeling unready. But let's see what the cards have to say. Look what you have as your advice. That's about moving forward swiftly, you know. Let's see. So we have gosh, you know, I'm using a different orientation. Sitting outside gives me so much more space, so I'm able to look down at the cards from my angle, which is really nice, you know, for a change. Let's see how it works. And I think you can see them beautifully as well. I love this. So we have the Two of Coins, your central energies, the Two of Coins, and the Five of Swords. There's some kind of game playing that is making you feel, look, air, water, you could be juggling things, juggling people, juggling, you know, the implication of the Five of Swords is sneakiness, you know, but it's not working to your benefit. There's something about this, yeah. So, but something you are juggling, and it might be because you, let's see what, you know what, for those who don't know, I start with the one set of cards and then I deepen the discussion with the second. The first is just to give a quick overview and then we get clarity, you know, the second. So, but there's some kind of game playing that's going on, I feel, at the center. It might be another person. It may well be you. You get the Queen of Coins. You need to think about the Queen of Coins. I think that you're needing to think about your stability. Perhaps you're worried about your stability, and you definitely are, because you get the Four of Wands there in the reverse in the near future. So perhaps you are needing to do some more thinking around your financials, the well-being, and it might be because of the situation that's going on in the center. You get the Seven of Swords in the near past, so there were games being played. Definitely this someone wanting to get away with murder, but that seems to have ended. But it, you know, like it was an energy in the past. Maybe there was confrontation, but with the Five of Swords in the center, it would suggest that that's not over completely. You get the Three of Wands in the reverse. This is in your unconscious. So the Three of Wands, maybe you have put out some intentions, you started to work on something, and you are now maybe being impatient. You want the stuff to happen now, but there's kind of like a stuck energy here, and that's not judgment, you know. These readings are here to advise. They're not to, you're not meant to feel bad about where you are. Sometimes that's necessary. Wherever we are is where we are, and we can learn from where we are. And maybe you need to be stuck right now. And you know, talking of, you get the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands, this depiction of the Two of Wands is being comfortable with the stuckness, you know. They are tied up, but while they are tied up, gives like a hanged man impression. They are smelling the roses, they are communing with the birds, they are enjoying their beautiful surroundings. So maybe that is the lesson for you right now, is to just be where you are. You have another Five, so there might be change afoot, but the Five of Cups talks about focusing on the spilled milk rather than the cups that are available. In this case, the cups are in your hand. It's like you have two cups in your hand, but you are worrying about what's lost, what didn't work out. So maybe the juggling could be two partners, maybe more than one partner or something. And you're looking at the partnerships that haven't worked and not focusing on the partnership that does, that is there and available to you. It's in your hands in this depiction of the Five of Cups. In the near future, you get the Four of Wands, and this might just indicate a worry about a relationship or a worry about your sense of stability, you know. This Knight of Wands, perhaps there will be a time in the cycle, in the month ahead, where you are ready to move forward. I feel like right now the advice is not to rush, because also you get in your outcome the Knight of Pentacles. It might even be that you are torn between an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and a fire sign, Sag, Leo, and Aries. So that could be what this juggling thing is. It's just simply you being torn between two lovers, or jobs, or courses of study, places to live, whatever the case might be, you know. Let's see. Let's get clarity. Wow. Sure, you get the Five of Swords there as well. Gosh. Two there, because wow, this is an interesting reading. Beneath the deck you get the Four of Swords. You get the Four of Swords beneath the deck, which is a reminder of the importance of taking time out, of resting, of meditation. Air, water. Yeah, you're being reminded to take time out. I think that you're going through something difficult. You know, the Five of Swords doesn't just show up there. It's a harsh card, and you've got lots of swords energy. You've got the Three of Swords in the near future, right? So you have this Five of Swords with the Two of Coins. So it feels like you're juggling, and people are going to get hurt in the process, including yourself. Now, it could be somebody else's juggling, and yeah, there's that's simply as I can say it. It feels like there's juggling and sneakiness. Now the Five of Swords is in reverse, so perhaps that has ended. But let's see. But you know, we also have the Five. Okay, let me think about this. It could even be that you are placed in this position where you are juggling two jobs because of something placed you in this position, you know. Maybe somebody else's infidelity or somebody else's betrayal put you in this position, you know, of having to juggle. It could be jobs, it could be people, it could be that, yeah, you are feeling torn. There's this element of feeling torn, of trying to find balance now because of, and maybe it's financial balance because of somebody else maybe cheating and sneaking. Someone's betrayal, it feels like, has left you feeling like betrayed, and feeling like you now have to find balance, whether it's with work or home, or yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. Air, water. With the what you need to think about, you get the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So interesting. I think you are needing to think about rebuilding, but I feel it's more than that. It's about trusting in your ability. So you need kind of like an open mind about whatever comes to you, whatever possibilities there are, because I think that those small possibilities could lead to something big. I feel like it's also your guidance to see yourself as this Queen of Coins. So you are air, water, and maybe you are needing to ground yourself in practical things, in being in nature, or if you can't be in nature, watching nature programs or doing things that make you feel grounded. It could even be eating stuff like chocolate when you feel too much in your head, or stamping your feet, or but there's this need to see yourself as the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins, do you know what I think it is? It's about seeing yourself as deserving. There's two messages here. One is open up to the offers that are available to you. They might seem small, but there's potential for them to lead to this beautiful ease of life. You know, you get the Hierophant also coming up later, which is the card of Taurus, and Taurus is a lover of all the abundant things in life, of all the sensual things. Taurus is a very sensual sign, and maybe you are being encouraged to be a little bit more like Taurus, in the sense that you need to see yourself as deserving, see yourself as this goddess, whoever you might be. It's this feminine energy that you are needing to embrace. You know, this person knows they are worthy. They know that they are worthy of this loyalty. They know they are worthy of creating. You know, the squirrel is abundant. For me, it's a card of an animal of abundance, because squirrels are very industrious. They squirrel things away. You know, they build up their acorns or whatever it is that squirrel. You know, that's my association. So see yourself as worthy of all those things that you want. Maybe you also need to be doing some creative visualization, visualizing yourself as the Queen of Coins. And it doesn't matter what gender you are or how you identify. It's that feminine energy of receiving, receptivity that you are being guided to own, because you deserve it. In the near past, look at these sleepless nights, but I think that you're letting that go now. You know, there was definitely a betrayal, and it left you feeling like this, and you are letting it go, dear hearts. Well done. That's all I can say. You know, beneath it, in your unconscious, there's this almost like waiting for your ships to come in, and this feeling of being the outsider. But there's something changing about this. So I feel like there's this wait and see attitude that is necessary right now. But I think in the month it's going to change, you know. Like, this is for a month, a cycle of a month. So I feel like you might be doing some work, doing this visualization, the grounding and all that. The trying to not be impatient and waiting for guidance. And then I think you are going to be called on to act. You have the Two of Wands and the Queen of Wands. You know, the Queen of Wands is fiery. She's a creator. But there's another queen showing up, reminding you about this Empress energy, this, about this goddess energy that you are needing to embrace. Now, the Queen of Wands is the fiery one, the one that creates that. While the Queen of Coins grounds the creations, she makes things tangible, manifests those things. The Queen of Wands sets the things in motion. So you are at this point, you've been still for a while, and maybe that has been your help. You have just observed things, you've said, okay, I'm stuck. And I think that your reward, in a sense, of being willing to say, okay, I'm here and it's fine. I will do with this what I can. I will stop and smell the roses. I will look at things from a different perspective. And because of that, you are now in this place where you are ready to make something happen. And I love that you have the sunflower there, and you're so ripe and fertile, you know. Whatever you want to action, you also have magic on your side. So you want to action something, and I think that you are preparing yourself for that, dear hearts. To do something that you need to do. You know what that thing is. For each of you, that will be different. It's kind of like you've allowed the stillness and now you're ready to act. And then around you, you have the Five of Cups and Temperance. And look, there are the cups again. So I feel what's happening is, beautiful souls, there's your sunflowers again. You are letting go of the spilt milk. You are letting go of this blood that has been spilt by someone's betrayal or infidelity or what, I don't know. It will be so different, or something that didn't work out, that left you feeling like you have to juggle or find balance. You are letting that go and you're finding your balance, dear hearts. You're finding your balance. The Temperance is about that, finding harmony. And I think that it might be in you acknowledging the feminine within. And the reason I say that is because you have the Queen of Coins, you have the Queen of Wands, and you have the Hierophant, which represents Taurus. And there's such a feminine energy here as your guidance. And yeah, I think that, well, I want to look at this. You've got two like painful cards. I feel something's happened that's made you feel like you've lost your stability. Now, when I do these readings, I feel like this is the in-between, that this might happen in the next couple of weeks. Like, maybe the betrayal is coming to light, or maybe, I feel the betrayal came to light a long time ago. It could even be infidelity, right? We got a visitor, my tiger boo. No, baby, not on my things. Oh, my baby. So, you know, it could be infidelity, because that's a 3 and that's a 3. There's this link to this 3, the spilt milk, the something that didn't work out. You might even be torn. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I move forward to my own 2 cups, or should I focus on that? But I think, dear hearts, for some of you, you've known about this betrayal. For some of you, it's being revealed to you now, you know. But you are ready to heal now. You are ready to heal. And yes, for now, things might not be stable, but there's so many cards of stability around you that as well. You know, interesting cards in the near future. But you know, the thing for me is all these cards are advice. My readings are more about the advice and about where you are now, rather than, look at this, dear hearts. Tiger was our little I wish I could just show you him. I will just do this because he has helped us here. That's him. Oopsie. Sitting behind me here. My little spatchcock. Oh man, he's too cute. Okay, now you see, this is why I didn't want to move this. Okay, there we go. So, what was I saying? Tiger helped us. Tiger has shown us that you are going to be ready to take your leap of faith, dear hearts. You might be called to move to a different place, or take a risk. But I feel like you are going to be doing some healing in the month, and then you will be ready to take your move forward. So, like I was saying, this is more advice than prediction, because who can predict, right? Or nothing is cast in stone. We make a difference to what happens, right? There's divine intervention, but we also have free will. And in your advice, you get the Knight of Wands and the Hierophant. So there's this Taurus energy, and I really am feeling that the Hierophant here is to guide you around your... let me just give me a moment. I feel like you need to keep looking at things from a higher perspective before you act. take your breather, do the work that is required here, do that visualization, the grounding, and then act. I feel like the Hierophant here is guiding you about honoring the divine feminine within you. I think that's really important. And then in your near future, you have the Knight of Coins, the Strength card, and the Knight of Coins. So, slow and steady. I know this Knight looks a bit gung-ho and ready to move fast, but I feel like what it's saying is, and there's your squirrel again, right? Maybe that's your familiar at the moment working with you, the squirrel. Think about what your associations are with the squirrel, dear hearts. And look at this beautiful squirrel. You know what I would suggest to you? You have the Knight of Coins in the reverse, right? The Knight of Coins is generally the slow-moving knight, slow but steady. But this depiction of the Knight of Coins is not slow but steady. It's kind of moving swiftly, but steadily. So what I would suggest to you, I want to look at the Strength card as well. You might be feeling a lack of self-belief in whatever this venture is you're going into, and but I think it's important that you are aware of it. This isn't your outcome, but I think it's here to make you aware that there's a little bit of work you need to do in your believing in yourself. And I think that comes back to this Empress work that you're doing, this Queen work that you're doing, this feminine energy work, working with the feminine energy. You know, I feel that's your advice. That's your advice. That's your advice. And and I think that the Strength card is here showing you that you might be lacking in self-belief a little bit. So just look at that, and this is the work you need to do to overcome that, right? But now, coming back to this Knight of Coins, what I would advise is that you work with this card. You think about what that squirrel represents for you. For each of you, it will be different. How beautiful that we have this magic within us, you know. Spend time doing your meditation, your visualization, and see yourself either as the squirrel or as this human on the squirrel, and see what comes up for you. Ask what the squirrel represents and go with that. Go with your gut on that. But, you know, don't just ask. Don't ask from your head, dear, beautiful air, water signs. Ask from your watery energy, from your heart, from your intuition. What does the squirrel represent? What does this whole picture represent for you? Yeah? And I'm going to leave it like that, but I want to draw a very special card. My beautiful brother, a water sign, my favorite Cancerian, gave me this deck, and you get joy. You get joy as your card. Look at that. How beautiful. Asase, ya, joy. Oh, and you know what I'm looking at now? Look at this. Look at the possibilities. That's the change. Cycles of life. But they look like the moon. They are the moon, but they look like coins as well. And look at the green. Her hair is made of grass. And all the green. It's this goddess energy. And oh gosh, the Queen of Coins, the abundance, the Venus energy, the sexuality, the sensuality. I think you are being guided to embrace that, dear hearts. Okay, air, water, I've loved this reading. Just came together so nicely in the end. Please won't you give me feedback? I hope this resonates for you, and I trust that you will be ready. When you know you're ready, you'll be ready to take that risk or that leap of faith or that guidance that Spirit is inviting you to, because you're going to engage in all this advice from your guides. Okay, dear hearts, I send you lots of love for the month ahead, the next cycle, and I will be chat with you again on the weekend with your pick a card reading. Bye. Welcome back, Earth Water. This is your elemental reading for the cycle between 15th November to 15th December. Earth signs: Capricorn, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. These two want to come out. Ooh. Let's see. There we go. Here we go. Nice. Okay. Oh, what's going on with you, Earth Water? Sorry, I mustn't do that. Gosh, man. Oh, beneath the deck you get the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So you have gone through a time of being stuck in your head, but I feel like you're letting go of that now. Something's shifted. Something's looking good. I mean, you have some cards that need, well, anyway, so what I want to say is, I do a quick, for those who aren't familiar, I do a quick round with the one set of cards, and then I deepen. This is just a quick look, and then we deepen with the next layer of cards, and we look more at what your guidance is and what's coming out for you. You get the King of Pentacles at the center, and it's crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. You are feeling abundant. You have created wealth and abundance and stability, and you're creating more, and you're doing it in a slow and steady way. This is very key for you right now, and it might be related to a risk that you are guided to take, being willing to take a leap of faith. It could be that you've done this already, wow. And you get the 10 of Cups in the near past. So a lot of happiness. You come from something stable, you do have the Moon in reverse there that can speak about fears in the near future, but you've come from this place of happiness and joy, maybe stable family, stable extended family, stable love life. That's in your near past. I'm curious. Beneath the deck you get the Queen of Coins. And there's a partnership here, beloveds. There's King of Coins and the Queen of Coins. This is in your unconscious. Let me think about that. Your Queen of Coins. Maybe, this is what I'm thinking. Whatever you have built up, you've built it up in a certain way. You've built it up like with the energy of the King of Coins, like with the masculine way. Now, there's nothing wrong with the masculine way. I would say with maybe more, I want to say cutthroat, but that's not the divine masculine I'm thinking of, but more clinical, maybe more authoritarian, or even authoritatively. You've done things in my way, like as a singular, possibly. This is what I'm feeling. You are, maybe an offer comes in, or maybe you have I think an offer comes in, or it could be a change, and it comes in the form of the Knight of Coins and the Knight of Coins, but I do feel like an offer comes in. Now, an offer could even be that you have an insight and the guidance to take a leap of faith on a process, on a new path. But I feel like you are being invited to build up even more of your resources, but you're being invited to do it in this way, as the divine feminine, with the divine feminine energy. And it doesn't matter how you identify. You might have, whoever you are, I feel like you have built your resources this way, this way, as the king. I don't need advice from anyone. I tell people what to do, whereas now you are being invited, slow and steady, moving forward, but you're being invited to work in this way, in a more collaborative way, in a more gentle way on yourself and on others, on how you work, how you relate to work, and how you relate to this new way of a new project or new job or new relationship, even maybe for some. I love this. I really love this. You feel that you're juggling. Let's see when we get the clarifiers, but right now you're trying to find balance. And it might be related to these fears that you have. Maybe you're going into uncharted territory, and so you are feeling this need to find balance. Around you get the Three of Cups, so there's need for celebration. The Three of Cups here is one man and two women. Maybe not. No, I shouldn't say that. There's three people here, so could refer to this juggling. Could be about you having more than one partner, which is not a judgment, but it might go against your own principles. And if I've left out one card, no, I haven't. So it feels like this juggling is related somehow to this Three of Cups. This could mean that this new beginning is making you feel a bit unbalanced, or it could be that being torn between two lovers is making you feel unbalanced, right? So you need to think about that. This card could also speak about joy and needing to celebrate more your accomplishments than where you are right now. Your advice, maybe not hold on too tightly. That's very important. There's a lot about money and stability for you, earth, water. Maybe you are being advised not to hoard. Maybe that's what this Queen of Coins is about, is now is your time to share, maybe. And then you get the Seven of Swords in the reverse in your outcome. So, Seven of Swords, oh gosh, anyway. So the Seven of Swords in the reverse, we'll get clarity. So the Seven of Swords is sneaky behavior. And I'm not sure, for me, the Seven of Swords in the reverse can still speak about that sneaky behavior. So it may be something you need to look out for. Or maybe it's the ending of something that was like that. Maybe that's the cycle that you have closed. But you've let go of some heavy energy there, of feeling burdened in your mind. You're sleeping better, I feel. I love this reading for you. There are some fears there, but I think you've got this, dear heart. So, coins again. Coins again. You are concerned with that. Wow, dear hearts. Wow, earth, water. Gosh, you are making me very happy. Oh, look at that. Wow, this is quite amazing. The King has come again. That must go up, right? Page of Swords beneath the deck, and the Page of Swords is in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you are being guided to have a more, I was going to say earth-like approach, yeah, maybe you are needing, because your page of, let me just think about it, page of swords in reverse, maybe you know, the page of swords in the upright can be quite indecisive. Can be quite indecisive. Gosh, now the thing is playing with us, right? The lighting. Hey, it's nature, right? At least we are out in nature. I think that's beautiful. So, and maybe you're letting go of that. You're letting go of whatever these head burdens have been for you, dear hearts. You are letting yourself sleep better, and it might be because you also make a decision. You know, it looks like, you know, and this is related to this Two of Pentacles. Maybe you haven't been. Let's see. So you get the King of Coins in the center, and it comes with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like you are cutting out something that doesn't serve you. You know, the Five of Coins talks about feeling left out in the cold. Very interesting. And yet you have the King of Coins there. Oh, wow. I don't know why this is coming to me. I feel like maybe you've made a choice, a decision, or you will be guided to make a decision to maybe sever ties. Or maybe sever ties, you know what? Maybe to someone or something, or an old job or something. There's this feeling of letting go of a past way of being. Or maybe you are severing ties with this king energy. I think this king has held you in good stead, but it was part of that journey. And maybe in the future it will come back. But for now, it's kind of like you are embracing a more gentle energy in towards yourself and towards the way you create. You get the Knight of Coins with the Page of Coins. It's like this beginner mind, dear hearts. You're starting on a new journey, and it's a new beginning, but do the slow and steady. Trust that it will be slow and steady. Now, what's so interesting is that this card came up for the previous reading. Yours is the second. And what I suggested there, and I'm going to suggest it to you, is that you go into meditation, and it's simple, right? You also get the Four of Swords, and they got it too. Just still yourself. Go and sit outside in nature. I do this little trick to just get myself centered. If I'm like, maybe I've got to go into a meeting, or sometimes I just want to just sit out and commune with nature. But if you find it hard to meditate, so-called, do the senses thing. Go and sit outside. Be aware of what your eyes are taking in. Just look around you. Maybe you can't sit outside, but it's still fine. Look at everything around you. Just observe it. Drink it in with your eyes. Then close your eyes. This is how I do it. Close my eyes, and then I become aware of the other senses. My sense of smell. What am I smelling? My sense of taste. What's in my mouth, you know? And then the sense of feeling. The wind blowing on you, your body against the whatever. Like for me, I can feel the sun on me. And then your sense of hearing. I can hear the crickets. I can hear birds. I can hear dogs barking. There's a car that's gone past, you know. And then you just feel so centered with the earth. And so just do that, and then take yourself, be the squirrel, and or be this picture. Go into this picture and see which one is you. Are you that? Are you the squirrel? The squirrel could be your familiar right now. You could be working with the energy of the squirrel, and I see the squirrel as the one creating abundance, because they collect their coins. It's almost like you're going into a new level of abundance, you know. But it feels like a complete break from something else to something new. But see what comes up for you in this meditation, and for each of you it will be different, of course. So just do that for fun. Do that and see what comes up. in your Fool, in your clarifying the Fool, you get the King of Cups. You know, it could be that you are led to make an offer of love to someone, but there's a new beginning, and you know, so this could even be an offer. It could be you getting an offer of love, and you encouraged, but you are certainly being encouraged to think about what this King of Cups means to you, where you need to be making an offer or where you need to be receiving an offer, and taking a risk on something or someone. And it promises to be beautiful, emotionally satisfying. That's what I see. Yeah, beautiful. And in the near past, there was love. There was a stable situation that has come to an end, I think. But you created this joy in the past, and you can create it again. I think that's what your message is. It's okay when the walls come crumbling down, if they need to, you know. And here you get the Queen of Coins and the King of Coins in the reverse. So this is in your unconscious. I think it goes back to what I was saying about the feminine energy, embracing the feminine way of, there's a complete break. And for some of you, it might be an ending with the King of Coins, an earth sign, ending a relationship with an earth sign and moving to a fire sign, a water sign, or it could be fire, because I said that. But this energy here is in the reverse would be someone quite dominant, or someone whose material is maybe materialistic, dogmatic, maybe, because the King is coming in the reverse here, you know, my way or the highway, and moving to someone that is so comfortable with their emotions that they are open to share. Right? That could be what's going on for you. With the Two of Coins, you get the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So you might be feeling a bit stuck, maybe stuck in your head. But you know, this is how you're feeling. So maybe all it is you doing that squirrel exercise. Do it, and then we'll see what your advice is. So maybe this is just how you're feeling at the moment, and able to move forward. And that's okay. The first reading got the same, very similar message here. It's okay to be here where you are. Here with the Moon, you get the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is about making choices. And do you know what I think? You are being guided to choose yourself. Choose there. See? Love, self-love, love of another. Choose love, but first and foremost, choose love for yourself. Like, you've been through all of this. You are ready for a new journey. Let love be the thing that helps you conquer your fear. And then around you, you get the swords of betrayal, right? Someone betrayed you, I think. That's the Three of Cups. But it says here, everything is fine. You know what I love about this card is the playfulness of it. Is this person has all these swords in them, but they're still holding on to their cell phone, and it says everything is fine. And you know what the Ten of Swords does talk about? The ending, the worst is over. So I feel there might have been a betrayal of some sort for you. But now you're free to create your own joy. And your advice is, you get the card of moving forward. You get both Cancer cards here, Pisces, Cancer, and lots of cups. Anyway, well, I feel like this is saying you don't need to hoard, because you've got this. You can move forward now. You know when to make the bike move forward and when to stop to have a break. You know how to channel these sphinxes, the energy of the sphinxes, and how to move forward in a balanced way. Maybe you know when to call on your divine masculine and when to call on your divine feminine energy, i.e. the King of Coins and the Queen of Coins. I think that's the masculine and feminine energy you are working with. So you might be very well an earth sign, you might be a water sign, right? But your dominant energy, I feel, is earth. You are able to create abundance easily, and you are getting the go ahead to move forward. It's like, don't be afraid of so what I'm seeing is maybe something ended, and maybe you're worried about finances, but there's almost this thing about don't be afraid. And but I think you can see these nicely. So we're saying you will get the go ahead to move forward swiftly on stuff. Well, I think what it is more than anything else is to trust yourself, that you have got this. You know when to draw on your divine masculine energy. I think you're being asked to focus more on the divine feminine in your essence. You're moving forward more, whether it's with people. I think with people, with work, with projects, whatever you are going into, you're being asked to work more with the divine feminine energy, but knowing that you have all this experience of how to use the divine masculine in the most constructive way, right? So you can always call on that when you need to, and you will know when you need to. I'm so touched and blown away by this. And you need to heal. No, you are healing. You need to focus on your healing. I think it comes back to this 10 of Cups. Keep asking yourself, is this love for me? Am I doing this? What I'm doing now, is it a loving act towards myself? This choice that I'm making, am I doing it for me or am I doing it for others? And I think you need to be putting you at the center now, beloveds. And the way you do it is just do that exercise. Keep doing that centering exercise that I spoke about. Just do that. And then let your mind wander. Just take time out to sit still in nature if you can. If you can't be in nature, watch nature programs. Watch the ocean. Watch programs about the ocean. Get one of those apps with the sound of the waves, or get an app that just shows waves. In fact, I'm going to do an intro here with the sea. You watch that, but just take that time out to take care of yourself, dear heart. Okay, so I got these from my beloved brother, and I'm drawing one each for you. Ooh, beautiful. Tituba, feeling safe. I think you are being I hope you can see this. If you can't, I will just put I'll insert it. Look, they've got a journal there. They are in nature. There you go. You're in nature. And there's a 4. The 4 is the number of stability. Trust that you are protected. You are safe. You've got this. You are meant to be abundant. Earth, water. You are meant to be abundant. Trust that you've got earth in you. Even if you're a water sign, or if you're an earth sign, you know that you are meant for this, for abundance. Okay, dear hearts, I'm going to leave it there. Please, won't you share your experiences of this reading with me? Won't you like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments? I'd love to hear how this sat for you. I send you lots of love, and I wish you all the best in the coming cycle. I'll be doing your pick a card readings at the end of this week. Welcome back, fire, air. So you might be a fire sign, Sag, Leo, Aries, or an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or have a bit of both. Or you might just feel like you are very fiery and passionate, and quite analytical and in your head. So let's see what guidance we have. The readings have been quite powerful up to now. Let's see.
can you sit out here and work on the business?
Okay.
It's nice weather for working.
Let's hope this. There we go.
Oh, it looks nice the way that you got it.
Very nice. For those not familiar with the way I read, I do a quick round and clarify the cards, and then I do a second round within a different deck, and then we deepen with that second round. The first is a quick overview of what the situation might be, and then we go into more detail. Okay, I'm getting a resistance to change and maybe a defensiveness. Fire, air. You are feeling defensive about something. At the center, you get the Five of Swords, and it's crossed by the Knight of Swords. So there's a game-playing energy here. It could be you, it could be another, it could be both parties. But there's definitely like a winner-take-all kind of attitude. And with the Knight of Swords, it's like it's become a comfort zone, I think. What you're needing to think about is finding balance, is finding harmony in the situation. There are two cups there. I think this could be a lovership or a relationship of two sides, you know. And there's definitely a need for more balance, a more balanced perspective, a more balanced interaction, because I feel like whatever's happening is not serving the relationship. You get the Empress in the near past, so you could have been relating to a Taurus. You could have been feeling quite satisfied, you know, like sensual and sexual. You know, the Empress can even speak about pregnancy, but there was something quite abundant in the near past. Let me just look at this. Something in the past made you feel good. But we'll see how it ties in, but maybe now it's not, and you're ready to move on to something new. You get the Knight of Wands. In your unconscious, you are worried about... Let me think about this. You're ready to charge forward, and yet maybe there's hesitance because you also get the Eight of Cups in the reverse, which is suggesting a reluctance. I mean, a lot of the cards here, this card and this card, I should say, are speaking about not being able to move away from something that is not serving you. Maybe it's this games that are being played. So we'll see as we clarify. Around you is the Ace of Wands. So there's an offer maybe, but I feel like you don't want to take it, or there's a new path, a new direction, a new way of doing things that is on offer, but you are reluctant. However, in the near future, it looks like you will go on a little expedition. Look at the three little birds there. Makes me think of Bob Marley's Don't Worry About a Thing, you know. And this page is very adventurous. Well, they are open to being in the moment. There's something about being in the moment. On this journey, this new venture, this new adventure. Your advice is to let go. So you were betrayed maybe, and it's time to let that go now. But let's see what comes out. This is just a quick picture. With the Four of Cups, you might get to a place where you are saying, no, I'm not interested. And the danger of that is not seeing when something is a spirit guided offer, you know? It's just, that's all. Let's see what the clarifications give us. So the Five of Cups there. Oh, lots of swords at the center there. Another swords. Oh, wow, nice. You get the Three of Pentacles beneath the deck, and it's in the reverse. So it feels to me like maybe you are moving away from a cooperative space. Perhaps you are tired of these games that have been played, and maybe now you are deciding to, well, I'm seeing there's still a lack of clarity, there's still dishonesty. So I think you really do need to think about the games that are being played in a situation. You will know what that situation is. And with the Knight of Swords, you also get the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So there's really a lack of will to move forward right now. Or maybe it's not time yet. You know, because you do get the Strength card in your outcome, so perhaps things will change, but there's a lot of swords energy around you. There's Seven of Swords there, like game playing energy, fire, air. Are you playing games? I feel like there are two people playing games. It could be an air sign and a fire sign, you know, fire and air, you know, like a younger and an older. Could be a masculine and feminine, but not necessarily. But yeah, there definitely seems to be a partnership that is full of game playing. The balance, you need to bring balance to the situation, and you might feel like you are tied up. I did a TikTok, and then I put it on Instagram. It was a 2-part video, so you can look for that, and it was around the Eight of Swords. But the reason I would suggest that is there was a specific depiction of the Eight of Swords in that deck, and it was really powerful. So you could go and do that, because I feel like you are perceiving yourself as being stuck, but you aren't stuck. You aren't stuck, you know. You can move. Those swords are not like, they're not, it's in the mind. You know what? It's that thing of stone walls do not a prison make, nor iron bars a cage. Like the mind being trapped. So you need to think about that, dear hearts. Fire and air, you need to have a good long think about where you're keeping yourself stuck. In the near past, you get the Seven of Cups. So there was this Empress energy, and I'm going to get a clarifier for this past energy, but there was a movement away from that. Maybe there were too many choices, maybe, and you didn't know what to do with those choices. But I'll get one more clarifier. You've got 2 helpers now. Yeah, I think that you had maybe a stable relationship or workship, and then there were too many choices, or maybe you took on too much and it left you juggling. So that's the near past. And it feels like a relationship, you know, but there's definitely been dishonesty in this whatever the situation is. With the Knight of Wands, you get the Four of Wands in reverse. This is in your unconscious. So, you know, you could be not trusting yourself to create your own stability. So the Four of Wands is in reverse, so it's saying that you are concerned maybe about your stability deep down, and you are not sure of your ability to create that grounded energy. And that's just what you're feeling. That's just in your unconscious. But you know, I think this card is saying that you can look at things from a different perspective, from the perspective of the eagle, you know, and then move forward on the basis of having looked at things, just taking a break and looking at things from a higher perspective. And what does that mean? Like, you could even literally see yourself floating above and looking down on the situation, you know. You have this reluctance to move forward, and it's backed up by the Page of Wands. So you have the Page of Wands here, but you get it here in the reverse, reflecting your energy, like you are really, for some reason, not willing to move forward, or not able to move forward, or not able to see yourself moving forward. And there, with this reluctance, like this, maybe an offer comes in, and I think you're needing to remind yourself that you are a badass being, full of life, love and possibilities. I think that's amazing. So you know that you have this. I think you're not trusting yourself because of what's gone on here. But I think first you need to speak truths. We'll come back to that. But here in your near future, you have this wanting to set off on a new adventure, and with an open-mindedness. It's fighting with this energy of, what about these Seven of Swords? What about these games? What about these people, or this person that is out to get me, or this person that's playing this game? You know. But I think you're moving away from that, dear hearts. I feel like you need to trust yourself, and I think it comes back to your. Please go and look at that. I think it's really important for you to look at that. I wonder if I can maybe put it up on YouTube. I'll see if I can put it up. If not, please look for it on Instagram, because I think that's your advice, to do that activity and see what happens for you. Because I feel like you're playing mind games on yourself and convincing yourself that you're stuck because of whatever hurt happened in the past, and maybe a mistake you made, a choice you made that didn't work out. But remind yourself that we are, whatever choices we have made in the past, they led us somewhere. We learned something, even if it seemed like, oh, I made a mistake. Even those so-called mistakes are actually our teachers, you know. So in your advice, you know, the Ten of Swords tells us that the worst is over, you know. And I feel like you need to accept that now. I really feel you need to do that activity, and then move. Speak truths, speak clearly, cut out the shit. You don't have to play the games if you have been playing the games, or if other people have been playing games with you. Trust in your ability to cut that shit out, you know. And here you are, you're being offered a kind of a new beginning by Spirit, you know. Keep your mind open to the offers that Spirit gives you, maybe even in dreams, like what comes to you in dreams. Maybe do a dream journal, keep writing your dreams, even if it's for a week, and see what comes up for you. And you get the Strength card, and I really feel the Strength card is also linked to that Eight of Swords. You seeing yourself like that, but you are like this. You have this ability. Let me think about this. You can speak truths, and they don't have to be harmful to you. You know, you can speak truths in a way that doesn't have repercussions for you. That's what I'm getting from this, in this particular reading, you know. Let me get one more for that. Oh, well, that wants to fly out. I was about to use that deck. And it might be something related to money, you know, the Four of Cups and the Four of Coins. And these two make 8, which is the infinity. There's something about these two. Maybe you're waiting for an offer from Spirit, and I really feel that these two cards are saying, one, you need to trust yourself to be able to handle this offer, and two, that don't close your mind to what might look like maybe too small for you. Don't be so dogmatic and set in your ways that you don't open yourself up to Spirit's guidance. You might not even see Spirit's guidance, you know. Yeah. Let me see. My brother gave me this beautiful deck. And, if he wants getting a card from it. Desire and grief. So I really feel like there's something that hasn't worked out, and it's been quite painful for you, fire, air. Oopsie. Let's see. It says seasons. Yeah. So, you know, beloveds, I feel like maybe you are needing to trust this process, trust where you are. Like, don't be hard on yourself for past mistakes. It was part of your season to learn something. Trust that you have the ability to tie yourself from these perceived this perceived bondage. You might be feeling like you're stuck to a relationship and you can't move on, but you can. You are needing, I think your reading is about you. It's your time now to trust in your ability to move on from something that has not been serving you. And no matter how painful it is, you know, I would never say something so strongly because I'm very careful about what I say, but I see so many swords, and there's definitely something that seems to be working to your detriment. It's like a game playing kind of energy. If it's not moving away from that person or job or situation, it is most certainly moving away from that way of behaving for both parties. You know, it's not working for you. It's not doing good for your soul. Okay, fire, earth, fire and air. I hope this helps you. I wish you lots of love, and I hope you are able to resolve this in the cycle ahead, which is between now and the 15th of December. Please give me your feedback and tell me how this read for you. Give me a like and share with other like-minded souls, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll be back at the end of this week with your fortnightly pick a card. And yeah, please do look out for that. If I can, I will post that Instagram video, that video I did on TikTok, in fact, and I will see if I can post it on YouTube if I get the time, because it's come up for another reading as well. Okay, dear hearts, I send you lots of love. Bye. Welcome back, Earth Air. So you might be an Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or an Air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or have a little bit of both in your chart and know it, or you might feel very much like an Earth sign, very grounded and very analytical as well with the air there, or you might feel like a very airy person that's very intellectual and very serious, with maybe, you know, with a lot of earth, very grounded by nature and practical. Okay, so let's see. You have two companions here. My Tigaboo is right here on my side, leaning against my back, and his mouth is on my laptop. It's like, how close can I get? And then my patch is on the other side. Two sentinels for you, Earth Air. lot of fire, lot of fire. Oh, nice outcome card. You get the King of Cups in the reverse in your beneath the deck. It might be that you are not honoring your boundaries, dear hearts, earth, air. Maybe you are needing to do something around honoring your emotional boundaries right now. Could be for some of you that you're dealing with a water sign, not behaving nicely, being harsh towards you, or detaching from you. Could be that. Not necessarily bad behavior. It could be a breakup with the water sign. So, air. At the center you have the Nine of Wands. This person is quite defensive. You do have it in the reverse. And the 9 and 10 of Wands in the reverse. Let me just give it a bit of thought. Maybe this is even advice. So for some of you, it is that you are letting down your defenses, but at the same time, you are letting go of things that are not yours to carry. And maybe you're letting down defenses. You are starting to speak up for yourself, stand up for yourself. Something like that. For those who don't know how I read, I do a quick round with the first set of cards, and then I do a deepening of the reading. So this is just a touching base, and then we deepen that with the second layer of cards. So there's something about burdens for you. They are in the reverse, like the 9 and 10 of Wands. It's like you are moving from one thing to the next. So yeah, let me just opening yourself up, and maybe at the same time letting go of these wands, which I'm seeing as kind of working against you right now. You've been feeling trapped, but I think you're letting go of that, and you've been carrying too many burdens, and I think you're letting go of that because maybe you are coming to see your magician energy. You are starting to feel the power of something that you've worked hard on, maybe, or that you've been creating, and you're starting to make that manifest on earth. Can you see the snake here shedding its skin? So yeah, it's like I feel like you've been through this process. That's my patcher. And your ticks, where you off to now? Can you hear the heavy breathing because it's nice and hot out here? You need to embrace this magician power, dear hearts. You have the power to make manifest something I believe that you've been working on for a long time. The magician sword is up and their fingers down. The sword is invoking the energy of the higher realms and getting that and making it manifest on earth. It's as above, so below. It's what I've asked for, I'm making happen now. And I don't believe that we just ask and get. There's also a process of asking for guidance. I know in the Bible it says ask and you shall receive, but we ask and then we are led and we take that guidance and then we receive. It's not just click fingers, really. But you are needing to harness that magician energy and believe in it. With the Three of Wands in reverse here in the near past, you've been waiting and waiting patiently, I think, for something to come in, and and maybe now we'll see what the clarifiers say. You've maybe it's time for action now. In the unconscious, you have the Two of Wands, which is maybe you're torn between. There we go. We get here again. We have 1, 2. What's going on in reality? What you need to think about is this possibility of harnessing the magician energy, believing in that, And beneath the surface, there might be a little bit of a lack of belief, or maybe a complacence. I don't always see the Two of Wands that way, especially not in this deck, but there might be. Let's see what the other cards say. You are worried about your stability. You are maybe right now not feeling like you have built your roots, and that might well be the case. And around you is the Seven of Swords energy. It's sneaky behavior, but it is in the reverse. So maybe there has been, it might not even be sneaky, it might just be something going around you that has not been clear. And maybe that's coming to an end. Let's see. You get another 7, and that's the 7 of Wands in your near future. This person is, are you giving up on something, dear hearts? Maybe there will be a temptation to give up on something. Or maybe you are giving up this, or a few of these burdens. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you are, and maybe that's what your advice is. Let's see what the other cards say. But there's definitely, the Seven of Wands tends to be about standing up for ourselves. But we stand up for ourselves when someone is attacking us, right? So it could be that we don't need to stand up for ourselves in this situation anymore, because maybe we have. Maybe we have confronted this. But let's see. You get the Four of Swords in your advice, so you need to be taking those mental breaks. You need to be going within. You need to take time out to just sit still and get guidance, But you need time for stillness. See your wolves around you and just listen to their wisdom. And then in the outcome, you get the Judgment card. So something is changing. There's something that needs to, maybe there's something from the past coming back, but there seems to be a rebirth. Maybe you are, well, let's see what the other cards say, but there is a new beginning, a rebirth happening, maybe even a stocktake of habits. Let's see. I'm curious. The Five of Coins fell out, feeling like an outsider possibly. But let's see. What are the good and bad intentions in this whole thing? Definitely unsticking yourself, I feel. Nice. Wow. I always put that in the upright. Oh, nice, nice, nice. King of Swords in, oopsie. King of Swords beneath the deck. Upright. And, so you might be making a choice between a King of Cups and a King of Swords. What I'm thinking is perhaps you are moving from this energy, because for some of you it is a relationship, ending a relationship with a King of Cups and moving to a King of Swords. So moving from a water sign to a fire, an air sign, possibly. For some of you, you are letting go of this energy. Maybe you've been an overgiver and you're feeling depleted now emotionally. And also maybe for some of you it will have been putting up boundaries because you're afraid of love, but you're moving towards this more detached energy. Oh wow! And then you get the High Priestess beneath that, like who's detached, The High Priestess goes within and gets wisdom from within. So maybe you are cutting out things that don't serve you. Maybe that's what this reading is about, is that you are in this process, but there's still lessons to learn to get there, beloveds. There's still some things going on, but that I feel is your big message, is to cut through stuff. So you've been taking on too much, and it's made you feel stuck in the past, but you're letting that go. Oh wow, this Eight of Swords. I think I'll try and put up. I did a video on TikTok and on Instagram, and I'll see if I can put it up on YouTube. Just depends on time. But if not, go and look for it on TikTok or on Instagram. And there's a lovely exercise, and it doesn't make sense for me to share it here because it's very specific to that depiction of the Eight of Swords. But it's about freeing yourself. Now, but you, I feel, might not need that, but it's a nice exercise anyway. But I think that you are letting go of those burdens now. You are seeing where you have been trapping yourself in your mind. And maybe it's also because you are not accepting being overburdened. Maybe you're speaking up for yourself in situations where you feel there's been trickery or like harsh energy or game playing. But maybe you're speaking up now. Let me get one more for this central. Let's see which one. Let me use. Oh, that's Tiger's Rump there. Oh my goodness, the cards of Taurus come out. So you could well be a Taurus, but these are earth sign energies. They both flew out. Wow, that's so interesting. Okay, so I'm going to take that into consideration. The central cards. Okay, so you get the Seven of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So there's definitely this energy of having depleted yourself and not filling your own cup and not standing up for yourself. And maybe that's what's changing now, is that you've started standing up for yourself. With the Magician, you get these choices, Seven of Cups. So you're going to have to choose wisely. You're going to have to use your Magician energy to hone on what it is that you want, it is you want to create. You know? You're going to go for that cup. The Magician is also one, so it's about focus. You know? We have to... I think that's part of your guidance is deciding what it is you want, and now it's time to focus. It's time to make that thing manifest, whether it's a relationship or a job or a project or a course of study. It's taking back our power to make that thing happen. In the near past, there was this energy of waiting patiently, and maybe an offer has come in now. Maybe it's an offer from that King of Swords, you know. Where did I put the King? Anyway, it's an offer from that King of Swords. It's an ending of game playing. Yeah, and so maybe an offer has come in, or maybe you have started honing in on your one cup, whichever it is that you are success. Well, it's not one of those things, right, what they symbolize, but it's about you focusing in on something instead of doing too much, taking on too much, not being clear, not honoring your own dreams or whatever the case might be. You see my doggies now? They've taken over this whole space. I swear, you know. In your unconscious, you get this maybe being complacent, and the Seven of Coins, but it does talk about being patient, right? So okay, so this gives me a different perspective. I feel like what's been happening is you have been patient with something, and I think that you're getting ready for that to ripen, but it does require you taking that's a seven, there was another seven, maybe you need to bet on something, bet on yourself. There's another 7 there, and yeah, so it feels like you've been patient about something, but maybe don't be too complacent. Now it's time for you to take on the energy of the magician, make your choices, be discerning, choose yourself. And what does choosing yourself mean? You need to think about that, and you move towards that, whatever that guidance is. You know what that thing is that you have been working towards. Now it's time, I feel, to act. Patchlet baby, really. I'm gonna move the cards. Can't move my babies, can I? Yeah. Oh man. Earth, E, Earth, E, Earth, E, E, C. It's just the leaves, baby. It's just the leaves. The sun is following me. Yeah, anyway. So where was I? Your energy is the 4 of Wands with the devil. So you can, I mean, there's 2 powerful energies here, and they're both in the upright, and you get the Judgment card in the upright. So you could well be a Capricorn or an Earth sign, given that the Taurus and the 2 Taurus cards came up. Well, you Earth, right? So you can either harness your power, believe in your power to create stability, or you can give up. You can say, oh well, it didn't work out. It's up to you, but I feel like there's something you've waited patiently for. Or Tiggs, man, this is a thing. It's a thing. Sorry about that, but yeah. Oh, God. So they've heard a thing, a motorbike. Okay, I'm going to just sort this out. Okay, where were we? Here. So I think that you're being called on to believe in your ability to harness your masculine and feminine, your energies to create. Let me think about this. You have the ability to harness your power now, Earth, Air, and you can see it as a trap, or you can see it as you can use that power wisely, or you can squander it. That's it. You know, and I think about the 7s there, they talk about, gambling can be addictive, not necessarily, but the devil can talk about addiction. So you can choose which energy, the energy of the devil you want to take. But the devil is in the upright. So to me, it's a portent of good things, of harnessing your power. You've got the magician there as well. So those are 2 really powerful energies. Around you, the 7 of Swords is letting go. Maybe you are speaking up for yourself. That's another theme that keeps coming up in your reading. You are a badass being, full of life, love, and possibilities. So maybe you are where there's been this energy of maybe take, others taking, and you not getting your worth. You are maybe speaking out. I'm going to get another card for that. Yeah, and it might be about money, and the Knight of Coins shows up. It might be about money, that you are now speaking up about your worth. Yeah? Because maybe in the past you didn't feel worthy of this 4 of Coins. This person is holding on, obviously, to money. Maybe they were holding on to the few that they had. And now you're saying, no, I'm worth more than this. Well, that's what I'm seeing with these other cards here. Let me think about it. I don't have to hold on because I am opening myself up to abundance. I am opening myself up to bringing down to earth the stability that I want. Oh, with the 4 of Wands there too. Yeah, it's interesting. in your near future, you get the Seven of Wands with the star. I think that you are going through a huge transformation about how you stand up for yourself. I think you're learning to stand up for yourself now. So you've let go of the burdens, right? You've let go of fighting for yourself, to standing up for yourself. That's what I'm thinking. Like you don't, it's not a constant struggle now. I hope that's what I see. It's a healing of that, where you felt that you've had to fight for every little thing. You are healing that, and you are just maybe commanding it now. You're saying, I've worked hard. It's my time. Now I make things happen. I speak to spirit, I listen to guidance, and I move. You know? Very lovely. And in your advice, you get the Four of Swords, that taking time out to be still. And this is the card of movement from rocky place to you know what I think your advice is? Maybe use this card as your visualization. What is this turbulent water and what is the still water? Do the visualization of you taking this boat. You could be this or that. Taking this boat. Look at those swords that are like a trap, right? But just do a visualization and see what happens of this picture, of this image, and see what happens. And then ask yourself, what is moving away from turbulent water? What does still water look like for you? What does calm water look like for you? You know? And if you're a surfer, well, I'm sorry, it doesn't apply. So you get here so you get with the Judgment, you get the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is ready to go. It's like the Magician energy, but in well, it's not the Magician energy, but she's ready. The Queen of Wands is ready to act. And with the Judgment, it's like you are getting having a rebirth, maybe a rebirth in the way you stand up for yourself, rebirth in the way you view yourself and your projects. And you know, it comes right next to the Magician. It's like maybe you haven't put your needs first. Maybe you haven't valued what you want to do, and now you are ready to do that. But I feel like you need to do this work first. And it's the work of yeah, what is your offering to yourself? What does honoring yourself mean? You know, what does letting go of burdens mean to you? What is saying enough is enough? What is changing this Queen of Cups from giving out to giving to yourself? And I see that the changes started happening. Maybe you started thinking a lot about that, or seeing yourself being more self-loving. But I feel like there's a lot of healing happening about how you stand up, how you show up for yourself. Not stand up, how you show up for yourself. That's a big theme for you, Earth, Air. I'm going to get one more here. There you go. There you go. I'm just gonna I'm not even gonna say more about that, you know. But I'm gonna get you one more card from here. Oh, same. It was under the deck, right? Seasons. Wow. I feel like, look at that, it's a 1. It's like a new beginning now, like you've been through a cycle and you are changing that around. You're healing that, where you've constantly had to fight for your worth, and you are going through a new beginning. This is like the Magician energy here. Wow. Nana Bulugu. So beautiful. Really lovely. And it was here, you know, it was showing up beneath under the cards there. So I feel like new beginnings, but you are also needing to harness your potential, your power, and use it in ways that are befitting you. You know, seeing yourself as worthy. Okay, Earth, Air, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this resonates for you. Please won't you give me your feedback. if this did, give me a like, share, subscribe if you haven't, and I'd love to hear. Also, I'll be doing your weekly pick a card readings at the end of this week, so look out for that. And I send you lots of love for this next cycle, which is from now till mid-December. Welcome back, fiery earth signs or earthy fire signs. This is your elemental reading for the next cycle, which is between now and the 15th of November. So let's see what the reading has for you. So you could be a fire sign, Sag, Leo, Aries, or an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or you might have those in your chart, prominent in your chart, or you might just feel very much like a fire sign or like an earth sign, and you can see the descriptions in my intro. Let's see, dear hearts, what your guidance is. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so this is crooked. Okay, I think that's better. Love, dear heart. Ooh. Wow, very interesting. Oh my goodness. And the Fool beneath the deck, indicating, saying that you are being prepared to take a leap of faith on something, or you're being encouraged to do so. Nice. So and it feels like love. It feels like something to do with a relationship. Okay, so you have love. There is an offer of love. There's a new beginning in love. There is love. There's love available to you, a relationship or something really emotionally satisfying. But you have the Chariot in reverse. Something is stuck here. It could be your fears, but we'll see. I just want to remind those who haven't watched my readings, what I do is I do a quickie. I do a quick look with the first set of cards, and then I clarify with the second. I go deeper, right? What have I missed out here? Oh my gosh, that's what it is. Okay, so this is my fourth reading for today, and they've been quite long and quite deep, so that's lovely. So maybe there's some stuck energy, or maybe you're not feeling ready to move forward, or someone is not moving forward that might care deeply about you, Fire Earth. There's some kind of non-moving, I don't know why. You get the Two of Cups there in the future, and yet you get the Lovers in the outcome. Looks like love. And it looks like you're being guided to be brave and take a risk. You need to think about, dear hearts, where you have focused on what hurt and not on what the possibilities are, what didn't work, instead of, you have two cups in your hand. It's like you have these two cups. It's like you are not willing to take them, but they're in your hand, and instead you are looking down at the blood that's spilt, like all the things that didn't work, all the things that hurt you. So you need to think about that, your attitude maybe towards love or towards emotional situations. In the near past, you have the Knight of Coins. This has come for 4 groups, I think, and it's about slow and steady movement. This Knight is quite gung-ho, but they are steadily moving forward. You know, it's a steady thing. So maybe you've been moving forward on something. Maybe it could even be a project, but we'll see as we clarify. Beneath, in your unconscious, you get the Queen of Swords, and there could be a Queen of Swords in your life, behaving in a way, maybe you're needing to speak up about something. There could be a Queen of Swords affecting this, but it's someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart if it is another human. But if it's your energy, it's saying, why don't you speak up when you need to speak up? Why don't you be honest about feelings, or whatever it might be? You need to speak up, dear hearts. And there you have the card of speaking up. You are not. This card is also the card of the arrows of love. It can be, and it can speak about manifestation, but somehow you're not speaking up for yourself. And sometimes speaking up for ourselves can refer to our own actions towards our best good. So where are you not acting in your own best interests? And I'm seeing the Page of Cups. I always think it's the Three of Cups, but the Page of Cups, a new beginning, new offer. But we'll get a clarifier about this. There's something about this Page of Cups that speaks about game playing, maybe. But I don't want to say that too quickly. It could even speak about sharing. So that's the energy around you. But let's clarify. See, there's the two fish representing Pisces, but the two fish in the background there. It's again two. This is the first time I've seen this card that way. That could represent an angel or spirit or a message from spirit, and these two needing to accept the offer from spirit. So there might be a relationship where people are not talking to each other, which this Queen of Swords could relate to, but they need to. And in the near future, you get the Two of Cups. So the way I see these readings, it's a cycle of a month, mid-month to mid-month. So in between the cycle, there's this Two of Cups in reverse. But I don't think you need to worry about it. It's just saying in the medium term, doesn't look like things are going to happen. But there's a love. There's a bond between two people here. And it could even be a friendship or siblingship, but there's love. And maybe you are not seeing it right now, but people are not. There's something you're not seeing, my dear hearts. That is an offer maybe from spirit. It's like you are focusing on the negative rather than the positive. And then you get the Four of Swords in your advice. This is the same as the previous group. They got the Four of Swords, and it's just inviting you to do that withdrawal, taking time out, taking seriously your time out, dear hearts. However you do it, it's like you need to up the ante. Maybe if you meditate 10 minutes once a day, maybe do 10 minutes twice a day, or 15 minutes once a day, like that. Maybe if you take power naps, you could do like yoga nidras is beautiful for resting the whole body and the mind. So do something, up the ante a little bit on your self-care, and then you get the Lovers in your outcome. So I don't know what to say. There's a partnership that is blessed. Yeah, and it might not be a relationship, but there is a partnership that is so divinely blessed, beloveds. But let's see what guidance there is. And maybe you won't see it yet, but it will reveal itself. Wow. You know what's happening while your reading is happening? There's a big palm tree. It's like I'm gonna take a photo for you. That's in my neighbor's yard, and it's kind of shedding its branches. The branches are shedding. So maybe you are needing to shed something old. Let's see let's see what comes up. And if there is something, it's in your attitude, it's in your looking at what hasn't worked instead of what could work. There might be a partnership right in front of your eyes, but you can't see it, beloveds, because you maybe have been hurt in the past. You get the High Priestess jumping out and the Knight of Pentacles. So I would say slow and steady. It's like you have that wisdom, like deep down you know, and you're working slowly and steadily towards this guidance, but you might not know that you know. There's game playing here, you know, maybe a lack of truths being told, kind of thing. Wow, look at those repetitions, you know. Not owning your power. Oopsie. Wow, look at that. Sure. Knight of Wands. In the reverse, it's like you don't know whether to move forward or like what to do. You don't know. Must I move towards my take that risk or not? So that's the kind of energy going on for you. So with the Ace of Cups, you get the sneaky behavior, and what this says is that maybe a relationship in the past didn't work out because of cheating or sneakiness, but it doesn't mean it's not going to work out now. That's one interpretation. The other, let me just see. It's about two becoming one. That's a huge cup. It's like an offer from heaven. I won't say beloved because I say beloved. It is like an offer from a beloved to you. But there's a lot of game playing around it, man. There's like maybe a hiding of feelings. Because look, that cup is bigger than this person. That cup is overwhelming, and maybe that's the problem. There's an overwhelm of love, of emotions, and but there's winner-take-all kind of attitude. Maybe people hiding feelings because they are afraid to get engulfed. And then look at this love. There's it's highly emotional. There's a person could be swallowed up by the waves of emotion, kind of thing. But then you get this Seven of Swords indicating that there's a game playing around this love, but there's love. And then with the Chariot, you get the Four of Coins. It's the stuck energy. It's like a reluctance to move forward. Now, this could be somebody else's energy. Yeah, it could be somebody else's energy as well. Very interesting. You have in your what you need to think about is yourself, how you play games in love. So do you keep looking at what didn't work instead of what the hands, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush kind of thing. It's like, I want that, but I've got this. So it's like not appreciating. Not appreciating the two cups that are offered to you, beloveds, because you don't, and yet it feels like there needs to be swift action on something. Trusting in your ability to be able to manage the energies, to harness the energies and move forward on this thing, this love. It could even be a passion. If it is something that you're passionate about, it could be that you've been offered something by spirit, but you don't believe enough in yourself. You'd rather play games than focus on this offer that's come from spirit. because you don't believe that you have the ability to move forward. But then you get the Chariot again in what you need to think about, saying that actually you do. Don't hold on to the little that you have when there's so much more that is on offer. I think that's what the message is. In the near past, you have this swiftly moving forward, but you haven't seen the results. And for some of you, there might be this this feeling that, oh, I give up and on something, this person, this job, this relationship, this partnership of some sort, because you haven't seen the movement forward, or not as much as you'd like. Like I say, the partnership could even be a project, something that you feel so close to, that's close to your heart. So read it that way, if that's what applies. With the Queen, in your unconscious, the Queen of Swords with the Seven of Coins is a lack of patience. Yeah, deep down you are impatient and but not speaking your mind, not staking your claim, not saying what you need to say. Yeah. And then this is like two magician cards. The Eight of Swords is also about manifestation. Two manifestation cards in the reverse. So how are you not harnessing your power to create? How are you not trusting what Spirit is giving you as a gift? You know, whether it's an ability or a job or a partner or a friendship or a partnership of some sort. And around you, you get the Page of Swords, the Five of Swords, Page of Cups with the Five of Swords. So there's this offer for two people to maybe work together, love each other, speak their minds, and yet you have the Five of Swords. It's like, again, this winner take all. It's if I win, you lose. If you win, I lose. And it's a need to change that attitude. There's a need to change that attitude. And maybe it is changing, because the Five of Swords is in the reverse. Think about that. In the near future, you have the Two of Cups, but you get the Hierophant, which can be the marriage card. So it could talk about like a relationship, maybe moving into a partnership that is quite structured, where there's contracts, and maybe that's what you're moving into, but you are very afraid of it. You're very afraid. But you get the Hierophant there, which is saying trust in the tried and tested, you know. This could represent a Taurus around you, or you might be the Taurus taking back your power, you know. And you are doing that, going within as your advice and allowing something to close. So something from the past needs to close. But I think you also need to honor all your achievements. I think that you need to do a celebration of yourself. Honor how far you've come, and then so that you can take the next steps. Let me think about this. It's like a lot of fear. Right, you need to close out a cycle so you can start a new one. And you need to close out a cycle of not believing in Spirit-guided offers, not believing in love, not believing in this partnership. So I'm going to get a clarifier for that in particular, because there's something that you're needing to close out so that you can... and maybe it's simply this, it's closing out this, looking at where you see things, the spilt milk, spilt blood, all the things that haven't worked, and not looked at the things that are in your hand for you to cherish, you know, not believing in your ability to harness those two cups and use them in the best possible way. Yeah. You get the Lovers with the Nine of Cups. So there's some partnership that is destined for great success, it looks like, or satisfaction that will leave you feeling satisfied. This is a lone card, so it's weird. For some of you, it's a partnership that's going to leave you feeling so confident in yourself. For others, it's a partnership within. I really feel that, it's like there's some way you haven't been honoring your abilities. You're harnessing your abilities. Now, you get the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. It's almost like, and you get the Two of Cups twice. This offer from Spirit, this huge offer, emotional offer, that's the one. And then there's these two that you can either choose to harness or not. And I feel like it is your masculine and feminine energy that you are being given a chance to look at it from a very different perspective. But you first need to close out something. Let's see what that something is. I'm going to get a card from both these decks. What do Fire Earth need to close out? What is the cycle? You get the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups here. Ooh, wow. I feel like you are needing to close out the cycle of seeing yourself as small. I think you've outgrown the Page and the Knight. Maybe this is what you need to look at. It's almost like the Judgment card, looking at where you've been the Page, looking at where you've been the Knight. And somehow I don't think this is just about love. For some it is about love. Where have you taken what is not your worth? Too small for you. You need the King or Queen of Cups, right? And so where have you seen yourself as deserving the Page and Knight of Cups? Now, there's nothing wrong with the Page and Knight of Cups, but they are immature energy. And you are wanting mature energy in this situation. That's what they're speaking about, right? And so how you need to look at that. Where in your life have you accepted less than your worth? And I think that's what your work is about, in closing that up, doing it. And on Friday we have an eclipse in Taurus. But I feel like it's quite significant for you, dear heart. So do this exercise, do it like an inventory of where have you accepted less than the best for yourself, because Spirit wants to offer you this huge cup, is offering you this big cup. You're saying, but I can't handle it. Spirit's saying you can. Now, where have you accepted less than your worth? And write about it, write it down. And then on the night of the eclipse, which is on the 19th here in South Africa, like wherever you are, look for where it is and burn that, and open yourself up to what you feel is your worth. What then does the Queen and or King of Cups represent for you in this situation? Now, it doesn't have to be emotions, but it is something that you're very emotionally tied to. It's very close to your heart. It need not be love. It could be a project. It could be the way you see yourself, but there's something big that you are able to change now. You haven't valued yourself, but you need to look at it, confront it, so that you can change it, and trust in your ability to move now to another level and take yourself to this place where there's so much love between two sides of yourself, or between two people, that you feel so beautiful and so confident and so cherished and so full of abundance. I just want to say that it looks like love, but it could be, like I was saying, it could be something that you feel passionate, very, very deeply about. Dear hearts, I think those who are with me know the way I read. I try to read in a way that you can make meaning of it for yourself, because that's the important thing, Like, if the cups comes up and you are, there's no sign of love, but deep down your heart will tell you, this is right for me, this makes sense, and you will immediately see that it might be a project that you've put off, or a sibling that you need to partner with, or a job that has been offered, but or you feel is yours to reach out for, or you didn't take because you didn't feel worthy, enjoy this exercise, really. It's beautiful. And you get Tanit, pleasure, which this Taurus energy keeps coming up, and it's an 11. We've just come through 11/11, 11th of November, which, well, anyway. But what does 11 mean for you? For me, here it's again repeating this thing of the twosome, the two. So there's definitely some kind of partnership that is important. And with pleasure here, it's like, wow, see, maybe you are needing to pleasure yourself, seeing your own worth, so that you can open yourself, if that's what you want, to a partner. Maybe right now you are that one cup, filling your own cup, but Spirit has offered you a cup, whatever. And I feel like there is someone, if this is about love, there's someone around you that loves you, but I think that you need to be seeing yourself in a different light, as worthy. And we do that by showing ourselves that we are worthy. So I think this is just a parting shot in a way. It like kind of adds to this. So dear hearts, I hope that helps you. If you like this reading, if you like the way I read, please give me a like. Please share your experiences of this reading, and if it resonated for you, and give me a like, share, subscribe, and I will be back with your weekly pick a card readings at the end of this week. And I wish you a wonderful cycle ahead. Okay, I will chat with you again soon. Fire, Earth, bye. So welcome back, Water, Fire. Beneath the deck you get the Hanged Man, and that's talking about seeing things from a different perspective. So perhaps, let me just look at this quickly. There's a lovely card at the end. It's about ultimate satisfaction, maybe even in love. But let's see. You get the ending of betrayal. Maybe there you felt betrayed, but it's time now to let those swords fall out, and open yourself up again to love, to being this Queen of Cups that's worthy of love, and abundance, and being offered things. I don't know yet if this is love, but for those who know the way I read, I will do a quick round, and then we'll deepen with the other deck of cards. There's a cycle that needs to close, but I think you're resisting it, Water, Fire. Yeah, in the near past you have this, something maybe went wrong, or something has led you to feel like, maybe like you're not worthy, like you maybe just tired, like you've depleted, that you don't have the energy to continue this, whatever it is. Something's made you blue, and in your unconscious, but you are raring to move forward. But the difficulty is here, though, that you haven't completed a cycle. Something's not tied up properly, and the card representing you is this Page of Swords. And I think that that's about communication, that you, in order to close that cycle, see, they're wielding this big sword and they feel the sword is too big for them, really. But you can communicate, you can cut ties that need to be cut. It feels like something that's hurt you needs to be rounded off, closed out. But you are the Page of Swords. It's like a new beginning, but I feel like it requires communication. And I think that that's what the Knight of Swords is also speaking about, is speaking out so that you can tie up this cycle. Maybe up to now you've maybe walked away from things without wrapping them up properly, and maybe that's with what the different perspective is, this different way of doing things. Maybe now you are going to close something in a way that honors the parties. My laptop's getting hot. Okay, let me move on quickly. You get, in the near future, you get the choices, the card of choices. So you might be called on to make choices, maybe with this newfound sense of freedom, like letting go of the burdens, speaking your mind, and feeling like the Queen of Cups. Offers come in, but with many offers comes the onus is on you then to be clear thinking, to be thoughtful, to be wise in the choices that you make, to be discerning in what's right and wrong for you. But you, around you, is healing. The Star card, it's the card of hope and healing. That's such a lovely card to have surrounding you. So whatever's going on, know that there's this balance coming, this healing coming, you know. Laptop got hot there. And then you have the Tower. Wow, it's saying, it's saying to me that if you don't wrap up a cycle properly, it will be wrapped up for you in a more harsh way. I don't like to give warnings like that, but that's the guidance. It's saying the Tower is not a card to be afraid of, but if we resist the Tower, this Tower wants to come to help us let go of something that wasn't working so that we can rebuild. But if you're not going to do that it will happen anyway, but it won't be as gentle as if you allowed it to happen when you were guided to make it happen. That's the meaning of the Tower. And look at where you are headed, to the 10 of Coins. It's lots of happiness, stability, joy, bliss, family, friendship. So that's really lovely. But I feel like you are being advised to allow first something to close. Okay. Oh, lots of indecision and feeling tired, maybe. But look at that. Okay, and beneath the deck you get the Queen of Swords. I'm not sure if this is your energy or another's around you, but it's not pleasant energy. It feels like competition or someone not being honest. It could even be you being reluctant to be honest. I didn't get another one for there. Okay, so well, I feel like you're closing out a cycle of temporary things, like frivolousness, like maybe you're moving to a different level, even in a relationship. It could be you're letting go of a whole lot of pain from the past, and it's pain caused by even your energy of being unsettled, of rushing in and out of things. if it's not your energy, that's the energy that's been around you, of things being impermanent, of hurtful energy, of maybe betrayal, and you are being invited to close out that cycle. I think part of your message is in seeing yourself as the Queen of Coins, although I think you're the Queen of Cups. I think you're battling with it because maybe you are wanting to focus on your coins, but Spirit is saying you need an opening up of your heart somehow. Wow. And you get the World card in the reverse, and with the Two of Swords upright. So, I think that you are afraid of, you're feeling stuck. It's like you are not sure of the guidance, and yet you are being guided to close something out in a constructive way, And here in the past, with the Strength card, you were stuck. You were feeling really stuck, like you had no way of moving forward or back. You felt like, almost like somebody else is pulling the strings, like you were stuck. It could have even been depression or like feeling down that kept you stuck. With the Knight of Swords in your unconscious, you get the Four of Wands, and I feel like this unsticking yourself and closing out a cycle is related to you then being able to move forward swiftly and move towards your own stability, creating stability for yourself. And then with the choices, you get the Seven of Cups with the Seven of Swords, and I feel like here you need to really draw on your thinking mind, on your discernment, and not go for the same old. Spirit is asking for you, or the guidance is that you need to close out a way of thinking, of maybe seeing yourself as worthy of lesser than you are worthy of, or of playing games of there's a lot of playing games energy here with the Five of Swords, but you need to close that out now, really, and you need to choose love. You need to choose a loving heart, a loving way of being in the world, cutting out the games, because those games come right back on you, and with the Star, this healing, maybe you're a fire sign. Look, water and fire, although Aquarius is Aquarius is about water, but it's an air sign. But there's healing going on for you, healing of this aspect of you that can stand up for yourself, that can speak honestly, that can believe in yourself without playing games, I think. And your advice is to take this opportunity to allow the Tower to fall so that you can build something new as the Magician, harness your magical powers, your powers of, look, I feel manifestation happens like this. We ask for guidance, we are guided, and if we take that guidance, we are constantly take the guidance. It's just not just one thing, but we keep taking that guidance, we are led, and then we can, Spirit says, okay, now is the time, and then we can anchor that in, and that's what the Magician is about. So you are being asked to trust in Spirit and trust in what you've asked for, your ability to make it happen. But you have to let go of game playing. I feel, dear hearts, there's something, if it's not your energy, like I'm seeing it here in your energy, right? And in the near future, but you have to close out that cycle. If it's around you, you've got to cut that shit out. You've got to find ways of speaking up for yourself so that you can close out what doesn't work and build something solid for yourself, which is what the Tower is also about, is letting something fall, closing out a cycle so that you can rebuild. And you have this power of the Magician on your side, so trust that. and in your near future you get 2 coins cards. It's like you're working towards some kind of stability, but you need to have patience. Don't pull out, don't say, okay, I've already worked for it. And like if you've made an investment, don't take it out too quickly, like a financial investment. It's something like that. Let's see. Let me see if there's any other advice. Well, you get the 2 of Cups. It's spilled out, and I'm not sure if it was upright or in the reverse. It might be about love, right? Love that's not worked out. Harsh words and feeling burdened. And I think you need to let that go now. But let's see what that cycle is about. Oh gosh, There's the star came out again. Yeah, you need to let something go, whether it's pain or dear heart. So this card, the 8 of Swords, has come up for many. Look, please look at my last Instagram or TikTok post. I speak about the 8 of Swords, but it's in a particular deck, so it has a particular message. So somehow you're needing to release yourself from these traps, and you are, dear hearts, the worst is over. You have to trust that, and you are ready now to take yourself from this rocky water to still water. But you do need to listen to the guidance, of not being susceptible to the game playing, and I do believe that we attract it if that's what we want, and when I look at this reading, it looks like that might be your default for whatever reason. It may be protective or whatever, but you need to cut yourself some slack now and move away from that energy, dear hearts. So my brother gave me these cards, and I'm using them for all of us. Oshun, fearless love. Wow. And I think, look at this beautifulness. That fearless love is for yourself. You need to be starting to see yourself as the Empress. Look at all the abundance around. It's another 7, and the peacock feathers. Oh wow. You need to be filled, closing out a cycle of game playing, because you are worthy of this. Okay, and you need to see that. Okay, my dearest, won't you please let me know how this read for you? Please give me a like, a share, subscribe, and share your comments below, please. That all helps me build my channel. If someone sees a comment, then they are inclined to comment, you know what I mean? And if they don't, they think, oh, this one doesn't know what she's doing, kind of thing. Like someone said to me the other day in my Virgo reading, girl, bye, I don't know what you're all talking about. It was funny. But anyway, I'll be back with your weekly pick a card reading at the end of this week. But please do share your comments, like, share, subscribe, share with other people, like-minded souls. And I wish you a wonderful cycle ahead. I hope that you are able to find the strength to close out this way of being and move to the new you. Okay, water fire, send you lots of love. Bye.